As we continue to look at the local results, here's one from District 28. Congressman Adam Schiff, one of the best-known members of Congress in the entire country, winning his re-election big time against Eric Early, his Republican competitor. Schiff now at 74% in that race. Congressman Adam Schiff joins us now live. Congressman, good to see you. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really grateful to my constituents for their continued confidence.
Now, you know, your race, most people knew what was going to happen there. The presidential race is just a little bit closer. You've seen the numbers, though. Are you confident that Joe Biden is going to be the next president of the United States?
I am increasingly confident that Joe Biden will be the next president of the United States. He maintains the lead now, and with each successive counting of the vote, his lead only increases in those key states. So I think he's going to be the winner. It's probably only a question of how big a win it is and how close it is. But I'm feeling increasingly confident about it, and I was delighted to hear when he spoke earlier today a message of unity, his desire to bring the country together, to be the president of all the states and of all the American people, not just those who supported him, but everyone.
We know you and President Trump have not always gotten along all that well. The president is suggesting that he wants to have several lawsuits. He wants to stop some of these vote counting efforts. What's your response to what the president is now saying?
Well, this is what he's been telegraphing for weeks, that he wouldn't accept the results of the election if he lost. And true to form, he's not accepting it. He's trying to use litigation or whatever he can to cast doubt on it. He's making spurious allegations about whether there's fraud and a whole host of false statements about the nature of these ballots. So it is lamentable. It's dangerous. It's obviously an autocratic thing to do. But it won't succeed. The votes will be counted. Every American's voice will be heard. And at the end of the day, the election results will be announced, and we will move forward as a nation, whether Donald Trump likes it or he doesn't.
You know, there was a lot of hopes that Joe Biden was going to have a huge win and that the Democrats were going to win control of the Senate and that they would increase their majority in the House. It appears that Joe Biden is most likely going to squeak by with a pretty small win and that the Democrats will not have majority power in the Senate and actually lose seats in the House. What happened there? And what do you think is the disconnect between the way that some Democrats see things and the way that some voters clearly are seeing things?
You know, I think it's too early to say, you know, both what the ultimate numbers will be, but also what the kind of dissection of the results will reveal. Clearly, the polling was off again. You know, after 4 years, you would have thought, with the experience we had in 2016, that we would have improved our ability to understand where the voters are. But practically all the pollsters got it wrong, and in some cases got it dramatically wrong. Now, why they did, whether it was because of a surge of turnout that was not anticipated, whether it was because of the strange way people were voting in the sense that they were voting so early and largely through the mail, or whether there were certain groups like suburban women that didn't materialize as much as everyone had forecast. I will reserve judgment, but once we have a chance to analyze what happened, then we will make sure that we are responsive to any need that we didn't adequately address. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're meeting our constituents' needs, and that it helps to fully understand what those needs are.
And speaking of that, really quickly, what's the most important thing that needs to be accomplished now, actually get something done for those constituents, even if you're in a situation with divided government?
To bring an end to the pandemic, to bring science to bear, to bring common sense to bear, to fight these numbers down, make sure that we have good, safe vaccines produced as soon as possible, that we maintain social distance and masking until we do, that we get help, financial help to small businesses that are struggling, to families that are struggling, so that they can survive this pandemic. That is priority number 1, 2, and 3.
All right. Congressman Adam Schiff, congratulations again on the win, and thank you for joining us and sharing your views. Nice to see you.